Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting episode of Wrestling Prime. I am your host, Tom Dog, and before we get things started on the show, um, before I get started with tonight's episode, um, I just want to take this moment right now to give well wishes to WWE Hall of Famer and former President Donald Trump, who a little while ago was hit with a bullet, grazed his right ear during a rally in Pennsylvania. Our prayers here are with Donald Trump, and regardless of my opinions on him, no human being deserves that, and we here at Brill Pro will respect the privacy of Mr. Trump and his family during this horrific event. And we're gonna leave it at that. This isn't a political show, but I feel like I had to say something because of the fact that Donald Trump is in the WWE Hall of Fame, and regardless of how you feel about him and everything like that, we're gonna you know we're not going to discuss it here because this is a wrestling show. And but he's in the WWE Hall of Fame, and I have to do it that way and everything. So um, everybody knows how I feel about him, but we're not going to talk about that because this right here is Wrestling Prime. We're going to be talking about wrestling, nothing but wrestling, 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 wrestling. Greatest time to be a wrestling fan, and especially a fan to one Joe Hendry. That's right. We're doing a we're going to count how many times I could say Joe Hendry's name, and hopefully he will appear on this show. So yeah. So I don't have an official Joe Hendry counter. So anybody who's keeping track of the counts right now, bring it up to me later on at the end of the show, and we'll tally up all the numbers and everything, and mention to it in the chats. We're gonna have a lot of fun, a little interaction with me and the fans here tonight, because it's Tom Dog. And yeah, I apologize for I mentioned on Channel X that I was sick with COVID, so I couldn't do Wrestling Prime as well as Channel X. So that means my review, my double review of Money in the Bank and Forbidden Door are scrapped. So, but I will give the mini review, and that excuse me, and that is that both shows were good. Both shows were good. That's all you need to know. Um, so, but I didn't watch Forbidden Door, but I have read the notes on what happened, and from what I saw on the clip shows and everything like that, on highlight reels and shit, it it looked pretty good. So yeah. That doesn't mean we're gonna talk. We're not gonna talk about what happened. That doesn't mean we're not gonna talk about what happened on Money in the Bank and after Forbidden Door. We can still talk about all that stuff that went down. So, and Joe Hendry. We're gonna shout him out throughout the episode today. So, by the way, I think that's either 4 or 5. I said Joe Hendry. So, yeah, like I said, keep track of if you're watching. We'll try our best to get an official Joe Hendry counter. But yeah. Oh God. Still shaking this cough. Still trying to shake this cough, I should say. And I don't want to break out the NyQuil because I'm drinking this piece of shit. I think we're gonna have a shit counter too. How many times I can say shit in this episode? Coming close between shit and Joe Hendry. But not in the same sentence, because unless you say Joe Hendry is the shit. So yeah. Gotta love Joe Hendry. You gotta love him. Because I believe in Joe Hendry. And I hope you do too. So yeah. Anyways, I'm stalling here. Let's talk about the shout out to Raz and Mats and Monsters. Everybody over at Mats and Monsters over at the All Light Network. Big shout out to them. Doing a good job of talking some wrestling and having a lot of fun with that as well too. So check them out on the All Light Network. You'll be glad you did. And big shout out to Crypto Slam. Everybody over at Crypto Slam, big shout out to them. And gotta do something. Gotta do a show soon. So yeah. And this episode is brought to you by W Energy. And what is W Energy? It's an energy supplement where there's no sugar, no artificial colors or dyes or flavors, no cheap gimmicks and everything. It's all natural ingredients that they put in there. Zero crashes, and it's a hell of a lot better than that bottle of urine that Logan Paul sells out to every time. It's like W's a hell of a lot better than that. Believe me. And so yeah, you don't need to take my word for it. All you got to do is go to w.gg right now, use the promo code Brill at the checkout, and save 10% on your purchase. It's an amazing deal. I mean, I would take advantage of it, but I can't use that promo code because it's mine. Yeah, it's mine, but I'd rather pay full price because W's that real. W's the real. W's that damn good. And believe me, but I want to pass on the savings to you. That's why you use that promo code Brill right there. Big bold letters, big caps right there. BRILL at the checkout. You save 10%, and they have some really cool stuff. They have some swag, some nice t-shirts and duffel bags and stickers and tumblers and hoodies and baseball caps, and yeah, they sell energy drinks as well too. They have their energy supplements, which I strongly recommend that you take advantage of, because those are the big grabs right there. Those are the best ones. Those are the money makers right there. And use that promo code right there, and you can save 10%. There's some nice sales going on as well too, so you even save even more money. So I just had some pizza. If you want to check it out, you can check out the review, but not right now because I'm live. Check it out after, because I'm sure it'll be recommended to you later. I'm sure it will. So, damn good pizza. I'm having some pizza tomorrow too. But yeah, use that promo code Brill at the checkout at w.gg right now. You will fall in love. You will love it. And while you're doing your shopping online, why don't you go to champsports.com and get yourself a pair of Brody Lee Reebok Classic leather sneakers, available now exclusively online at champsports.com. And the Huber family will donate 100% of the royalties to the High Mark Caring, continuing Mr. Brody Lee's legacy of kindness, compassion, and community. So yeah, those are awesome shoes, awesome looking shoes, and you definitely don't want to miss out on that. So yeah, take advantage of that and get your and get yourself a pair of some lovely looking kicks over at champsports.com. The Brody Lee Reebok Classic leather sneaker available now. So yeah, um, yes sir, yes sir. And I believe in Joe Hendry. How about yeah? By the way, that counts when this right here counts. So I'm saying his name, even though it's scrolling by. I believe in Joe Hendry. Say his name and he appears. So yeah. Anywho, okay. Oh, Guys and Dolls is showing. I did a high school. I was in a high school play. I might watch that later. Good movie. Good film. I had 3 parts in the high school play. Only student to do so too. Let be a lady tonight. Let be a lady tonight. Let be a lady with the fella going. Let be a lady tonight. Okay. All right. Enough show tunes. Let's get on with the show. So, let's start off with MJF. And he turned heel a couple weeks ago on Daniel Garcia. And with all due respect, I would have turned heel on Daniel Garcia if Daniel Garcia was pelvic thrusting on my opponent. You know, on my opponent too. So yeah, I mean that was a dumb move, and yeah, so yeah, it, I said this last time that the heel turn was justified. So yeah, um, so yeah, um, so MJF is going to be going up against Will Ospreay on Wednesday, and it's going to be a pretty good match. There's a lot of good matches coming up this Wednesday. It's the 250th episode of Dynamite. So yeah, it's a going to be pretty good. We got Nyla Rose going up against Mercedes Moné for the TBS Women's Championship, and so yeah, that's going to be a good match. Um, as well as some other matches lined up. So yeah, champion versus champion. Um, Okada going up against the AEW World Champion Swerve Strickland. So yeah, that's going to be a good match as well too. So yeah, this is it's gonna be very good. 250 episodes later, AEW still going strong, and ratings. You take it as you will and everything like that. I can see. AEW is a good brand. I have a lot of respect for the brand and the wrestlers that are in it. It's just that they need to focus more on um but honestly they need to focus more on the wrestling other than trying to injure one another and putting them on the shelf for quite a bit and everything like that. Um as a matter of fact, Hulk Hogan was actually had something to say in regards to um in regards to um um Edge of Adam Copeland um jumping off the cage at the last show that Adam Copeland was in. So yeah. Um as soon as the thing loads up, I can get everything. Come on. Now it's here. Come on. I know I should have looked at this sooner. I blame myself. I know I have it in here. It is in my oh Christ. I gotta search for it now. Okay. Okay, here we go. First thing that popped up. I apologize, folks. So this article is coming from the Sportster, and so at Double or Not at AEW at AEW Jesus Christ. At Double or Nothing, the AEW pay per view, Adam Copeland took on House of Blacks, Malachi Black, in a barbed wire steel cage match, and there was a moment um, when Copeland took an awkward leap from the top of the cage, and that's how Adam finished the match. But then revealed that he broke his tibia in the fall, which is why he's on the shelf right now. And so I'm actually going to look at that right now. Okay, so okay, he's climbing the cage, climbing the cage. Let's go here. I got a show to do, and I was taking long. You know, I'm reacting to this as I go along. Okay, he's on the top of the cage right now, and oh shit, yeah. So so Hulk so Hulk Hogan um was in an interview with the Outbound Live podcast, and was perplexed by Copeland's decision to jump off the cage at Double or Nothing. He said, "I watched Copeland jump off the cage the other night. Haven't talked to him yet, but trained professional. Twilight of his career, jumps off the top. Please explain that to me. He's over. Most guys who do that go up and do it because they're not over enough. Edge was over. To do that, I just don't get it. I haven't called him yet. I was going to call him last night, and this was at the time. But I fell asleep, as he should, because of how old Hulk Hogan is. Sleepy Hogan. I'm kidding. Just want to know, please explain that to me. You're over like a son of a gun. You didn't need to do that. You didn't need to go up there. If you're going to go up there, it doesn't mean anything unless you do something better than Mick Foley did. Mick Foley got thrown off the top of the cage and hit the table. If you're going to beat Mick Foley, you have to get thrown off the top of the cage with no table. I just didn't get it. It didn't mean anything because Copeland was so over. So over, he didn't need it. Okay, so you're pretty much repeating the same thing over and over and over. And, you know, oh yeah. Oh yeah, I still wish Adam Copeland I still wish Adam Copeland well, and hope that he gets back into the AEW ring real soon. And as for Hogan, well, you know, I can't say that you know, I mean, to be honest with you, yeah, I in a way I agree with him, but also at the same time, Hogan never really did that in his, did anything off of a steel cage in his career. So, who is he to say that? Having said that, you know, Hogan's got his own problems to deal with, you know, especially with that controversy with his beer. But we won't talk about it here. All I do know is that if the rumors are true, he's a piece of garbage. Just saying, brother. So yeah. Okay. But yeah, Wednesday we're gonna there's gonna be a pretty good show and everything, and next week I will, if I'm not sick, damn it, if I'm not sick, I will I will talk about it, about the show, as well as the you know as well as Collision as well too. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff going on next week and everything, and so yeah. Um, so yeah. But as far as MGF turning heel, I still think it's a good thing and everything like that, because MGF is a better heel as it is anyways, and him turning heel the way he did is completely justified, and yeah, a lot of respect for the heels and everything like that, because after all, he's doing his job as a heel. So yeah, and I hope that when he I hope out in public he does his heel stuff again, because those are more watchable and everything. So yeah, um, um, like flipping off a fan and everything like that. I love that spot. He's being a heel. He's being a heel, and he shouldn't be chastised over that. So, but let's talk about Monday Night Raw, shall we? Even though I was sick, even though I was still recovering, um, I was well enough to watch Monday Night Raw this past Monday, and and Rhea Ripley came back, and Mami was real angry. Mami's angry because Dirty Dom was being just that, dirty. And so yeah, Liv Morgan, and yeah, that's going to be an interesting love triangle if I do say so myself, and I'm looking forward to seeing where that continues on Monday. And it's been, and from what I understand, Rhea Ripley is going to be kicking off Raw on Monday. So yeah, Dom's got some splaining to do. So yeah, really going to be looking forward to seeing what happens there, and what goes on there. What goes on there. So yeah, crowd went nuts, and keeping a secret like that was awesome. But but anybody who knew what was that Dominic, when Damian Priest said that Dominic's there's going to be a surprise for Dominic later on tonight, and so yeah, it's like, oh shit, Rhea Ripley's coming back. You watch, and sure enough, I was right. Rhea Ripley came back. So I think with Rhea Ripley back um, from her injury and everything like that, um, made me feel better because of the fact that, hey, I get to see Dom get his just desserts and everything like that. So yeah, seeing what's going to happen to Dom on Monday. So yeah, we're really looking forward to that. And so yeah, we shall see. We shall see, my friends. Oh, well, anyways, shout out again to shout out once more to Joe Hendry, because I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe that if I keep saying his name over and over and over again, he will appear. I don't know if it's with through a camera, or I have to talk in a mirror and say it 5 times. But either way, I keep saying his name a lot. It's possible he will appear. So say his name, he appears. So I've said his name. I said Joe Hendry. I don't know how many times now, especially when it's scrolling through the bottom here. So yeah, I need to know. Will he appear? I believe in Joe Hendry. Right, I believe in Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry's awesome. He is the man. I believe Joe Hendry will be a participant in next year's Royal Rumble. Go on to win the Royal Rumble, face Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. Because I believe in Joe Hendry. And that'll be a damn good match. Or maybe he will face John Cena at WrestleMania. Because John Cena made a major announcement at Money in the Bank last week that that John Cena is going to be retiring after WrestleMania. And yeah, this is a big thing. And so yeah, WrestleMania 41 will be John Cena's last match. And we don't know whether or not it's going to be night 1 or night 2. Most likely, I'm thinking night 2. But question is, who will John Cena face? There's a lot of possibilities. There's a lot of possibilities that maybe during that time he'll have one more title run so that he can um, beat Ric Flair's record. It's possible because John Cena is tied with Ric Flair's record, so yeah, it's possible. So buddy of mine said that maybe he should fight Randy Orton one more time. And to be quite honest with you, we've seen enough of that match. We've seen enough of Randy Orton and John Cena, as well as John Cena and Batista. We already know the end games on those, and so excuse me. Maybe The Rock could be at WrestleMania. Could fight John Cena one more time. Or as I said earlier, Joe Hendry will make a good opponent for John Cena. I know CM Punk wants to have one more match with him before he John Cena rides off into the sunset. So that'll be a pretty good match. But as a WrestleMania match, I don't know. That's a tough call. So we shall see. We shall see what happens, and it's possible to see what's going to happen and everything like that. And I'm looking forward to it and everything. So yeah. But nonetheless, I want to, thank you, give a personal thank you to John Cena. I know that he's going to be, retiring in the next year and everything like that. But I wanted to get this out of the way now, so I don't forget. And just wanted to thank John Cena for all the memories and the many matches that he's been in, and keeping us entertained throughout the years, whether it was um, in OVW as the prototype, or coming into the ruthless aggression era, to pretty much kick it off, and have that match with Kurt Angle on your first appearance on SmackDown. Um, kicking off the ruthless aggression era, and it was pretty cool. Um, and then doing the whole chain gang persona, and doing the rap battles and everything like that. Those were my personal favorites. Um, your your feud with The Rock, and the matches that you had with him, especially the matches that you had with CM Punk at SummerSlam. What else? And so yeah, just pretty much an historic career and everything. And so yeah, you definitely deserve to ride off into the sunset, and hopefully in some fashion you come back as maybe like an ambassador to the WWE. I think that'd be really cool. Um, your countless your countless contributions toward the Make a Wish Foundation, being the top um wish granter, um for the most wishes granted, and broke many records doing so. So much, in fact, that it's been in the Guinness Book of World Records for doing so. So it's a great accomplishment as well too. And so yeah, and not to mention, being a good fan, um, being a good you know to a friend of mine who passed away not too long ago. Um, she being a big fan of yours and everything like that, and watching and looking at the pictures, as I was saying my goodbyes to her and everything like that. It was really cool and everything like that, and huge fan um, of hers, and she's always keeping you in spirit and everything like that, and and heart goes out to you and everything like that. So yeah, very cool. Um, very respectful, and one of the most humble guys that that you are and everything like that. So yeah, John Cena, thank you so much for keeping us entertained all through these years, and um, cheers to you, pal. And you know, and looking forward to seeing what's next in your chapter after you retire and ride off into the sunset. And I know you're working on season 2 of Peacemaker. Almost said pacemaker. That would be an insult. um, I actually, as a matter of fact, hang on a sec. A little something to share with everybody. I gotta grab it off the wall because it's actually really cool. Ugh! I got a little space to do this in and everything like that. So yeah, this right here is from WWE 2K18. Everybody remembers that one. I did many videos of it back then, but this was a huge collector's edition. And this came with it. It's the Seen Enough 2K, and yeah, I will treasure this forever, especially with John Cena's signature on the back. And this was during his 15 years with the WWE, and yeah, the 16-time world champion John Cena. Whether you cheered him or jeered him, this exclusive Seen Enough figure celebrates the 15th anniversary of the most beloved and divisive superstar in WWE history. So yeah, John Cena, and I'm never going to open this. And and you know, the detail of this is actually really cool. I will say that I like that. So yeah, trying not to have the screen on there because you won't be able to see it that well. But yeah, that is really cool. And so yeah, this is really cool, and I will treasure that forever. And hopefully, somewhere down the road, maybe he can sign it for real. You know, if I ever get a chance to meet him, that'll be really awesome. So yeah. So thank you, John Cena, for the many memories and everything like that. And whatever you do after your last match at WrestleMania, I'm looking forward to seeing what you're going to be doing next. And so yeah, a little bit clumped right now. Well, looking at the time here, and looks like that's all the time I have for today. Thank you all so much for tuning in tonight, and be sure to follow me on Twitter at TomDog247. Give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below what's your favorite John Cena moment. I know we're starting this early. Looking for so yeah. And also, do you believe in Joe Hendry? Let us know in the comment section down below. Ring the bell to stay notified on what I'm going to be doing next. And be sure to support small streamers like myself by giving that subscribe button a rock bottom. So yeah. And yeah, definitely do that. Give that subscribe button a rock bottom. And And yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, and so yeah, I will be back here on Thursday. Almost said Wednesday. On Thursday with another episode of Channel X, and then next week we got another fun-filled episode of Wrestling Prime and everything like that. And who knows what I'm going to be doing in between that. And with that being said, we'll see you next time. Till then, this is Tom Dog saying take care, so long, peace. Have a good night, everybody. See you next time.